So some of the things home inspectors shouldn't do, and commenting on market value. You're all laughing, and I laugh too, because how many times, right? I get the question all the time: should we buy it? What do you think of the price? It's like, no, stop. Not my expertise. That's why you've got an appraiser in the middle of the process. That's why you've got a good buyer real estate agent working for you that's coaching you on what the values are. Buy or don't buy, So anyways, again, things that we shouldn't do. Property lines, and part of what I'll speak of a little more in a minute is the idea that in some cases they really have a genuine kind of need and interest, and so fine, let's lump it in. Let's get the surveyor out or whatever as part of the inspection. I know that might add to it, but again, I go back to aggressive consumers. They're savvy, and maybe it's really not obvious, a property line thing. No problem. We can certainly help identify the right expert again to answer that question. A home inspector is not supposed to estimate or project cost of repairs, right in the New Hampshire home inspection rules. Operate, shut down, or inoperable system. So the example I love to give is the gas log fireplace, right, with the pilot shut off. But you can imagine how my clients feel. They want it tested, right? So that goes back to preparing the seller, right? Please, light the pilot, because we're not supposed to light the pilot as the home inspector. And if the pilot's on, really cool. Hit the switch, boom, it's on. Leave that remote for us. Click, it's on. It's really nice, and to me it helps gain that much more confidence with the buyer, right? That, okay, the system's here, it works, it's all good. And obviously easier from a reporting standpoint. I'd much rather report gas log fireplace in the living room, works, all good, not could not test, pilot off, gas shut off, so. Home inspectors are not supposed to predict future conditions and failure of system components. That one really kind of amazes me in the home inspector rules, because again, when I look at that roof, what's the client going to ask? They're going to ask, when do I need to replace it? Exactly. But nevertheless, it is built right into the rules. And anyway, some other things that we're not supposed to do: evaluate acoustical characteristics. Again, built right into the New Hampshire home inspection rules is we're not supposed to evaluate basement water issues. Again, to me, it's a very common question, and one that, quite frankly, I like to address, is whether or not I think the basement's going to be wet, because certainly that's one of the most common complaints, right? Those two issues, right? Roofs, basement water, definitely the most common complaints when you get it wrong. We spoke about the gas appliances before, and then project operating costs is, again, something else that regular home inspectors are not supposed to do.